My child, stop right where you are. Do not scroll past this moment. Do not let your attention drift, even for a second. Because this is not just another message. This is not coincidence. This is not random. I brought you here. Out of millions of voices, millions of distractions, and endless noise competing for your attention, you stopped here. You opened this. You are reading this right now. And that alone should tell you something powerful. I chose this moment for you. Yes, you. Not by accident, not by luck, but by intention. Before this day even began, before your thoughts started racing, before your worries tried to take over your heart, I already knew this moment would reach you. And I need you to understand something clearly. You have been chosen. Not because you are perfect, not because you have everything figured out, but because your heart is still open, even after everything you have been through. I see you, my child. I see the weight you carry that no one else notices. I see the silent battles you fight. I see the moments when you smile in front of others, but feel tired inside. I see the questions you ask when you are alone. And I am telling you now, you are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. If something inside you is already stirring as you read this, pause for a moment and acknowledge it. Type, "I receive this," in your heart or in the comments if you feel it. Because that feeling is not random. That is truth reaching you. My child, I know there were moments you doubted yourself. Moments you wondered why things didn't work out. Moments you felt like others were moving ahead while you were standing still. You questioned your timing. You questioned your worth. You questioned if you were doing enough. But hear me clearly now. Nothing in your life has been wasted. Every delay had purpose. Every closed door had protection in it. Every moment of waiting was shaping something inside you that you could not yet see. You thought you were being held back, but I was holding you together. You thought you were being denied, but I was preparing something better. You thought you were late, but I was aligning everything at the right time. You are not 1 in a million because you are lucky. You are 1 in a million because I created you with intention. There is something inside you that the world needs. Something unique, something powerful, something that cannot be replaced. And yes, there were times you felt small, times you felt invisible, times you felt like just another person in the crowd. But I have never seen you that way. To me, you have always mattered. Every tear, every effort, every time you kept going when you felt like giving up, I saw it all. And I am proud of you. You may not hear that often, but hear it now. I am proud of you for not quitting. I am proud of you for still having hope, even when it felt fragile. I am proud of you for trying again, even when it hurt. That strength inside you, that is not weakness. That is resilience. That is faith, even if you didn't call it that. And now, my child, I am calling you forward. This is not just a message to comfort you. This is a message to awaken you. You cannot stay where you are anymore. You cannot keep shrinking yourself. You cannot keep doubting what I have placed inside you. It is time to rise. Not all at once, not perfectly, but step by step. Start small. One decision, one act of courage, one moment of trust. That is enough. If you are ready to move forward, even a little, type, "Yes, I trust," as a sign of your willingness. Because movement begins with agreement. And I am asking you now, do you trust me? Even when you don't see the full path, even when things feel uncertain, even when fear tries to whisper louder than truth. Trust is not about having all the answers. Trust is about taking the next step anyway. And I will walk with you. I will guide you. I will strengthen you when you feel weak. You are not alone in this journey. You never were, and you never will be. Now listen closely. There are things ahead of you that will make sense of everything you have been through. There are moments coming that will remind you why you had to wait. There are blessings that require the version of you that you are becoming right now. So do not rush. Do not compare. Do not give up. Stay steady. Stay open. Stay willing. And watch what I do in your life. Before you go further, if these words are speaking to your heart, Take a moment to act on it, like this message, so it can reach others who need it. Subscribe so you don't miss when I speak again. Share this with someone who feels lost or discouraged right now. And if you feel moved and blessed by these words, you can support this ministry through the link given below, so this message can continue reaching more hearts. Now stay with me, my child. Do not leave early, because what is coming next will speak directly into your situation, and it will change how you see yourself forever. My child, stay with me. Do not rush away from this moment. Do not let your mind wander back to distractions, because what I am about to speak now is something your heart has been quietly waiting to hear. I know you felt something when you read the first part. A stirring, a pause, a sense that maybe, just maybe, this message was meant for you. That feeling was not your imagination. That was truth reaching you. And now, I want you to go deeper. Closer, more honest than you have been with yourself in a long time. Because I am not just speaking to the surface of your life, I am speaking to the hidden places. The places you don't show anyone. The places where doubt lives. The places where questions remain unanswered. The places where you have felt tired, even when you kept going. Yes, I see those places. I see the nights when your thoughts would not slow down. I see the moments when you felt like you were carrying everything alone. I see the times when you wondered, is anything really changing? And I want you to hear this clearly now. You are not stuck. You are in transition. There is a difference. Being stuck feels like nothing is moving, but transition means something is shifting beneath the surface. Even when you cannot see it yet, even when it feels slow, even when it feels uncomfortable. My child, growth does not always feel like progress. Sometimes it feels like confusion. Sometimes it feels like waiting. Sometimes it feels like silence. But silence is not absence, and waiting is not rejection. I have been working in ways you cannot yet understand, aligning things, removing things, preparing things, and preparing you. Because where you are going requires a stronger version of you, a wiser version of you, a more grounded version of you. And I will not rush that process. Not because I want to delay you, but because I want to protect you. There are things you asked for that I fully intend to give you. But if they came too early, they would not have helped you. They would have overwhelmed you. So I slowed things down, not to frustrate you, but to build you. If you are beginning to understand this, pause for a moment and type, I trust your timing, in your heart or in the comments. Because alignment begins when you release control. My child, I also want to speak to something that has been quietly affecting you. Comparison. You have looked at others and wondered why their lives seem to move faster, why their opportunities come sooner, why their paths look clearer. And without realizing it, you began to measure yourself against them. But listen carefully. Their path is not your path. Their timing is not your timing. And their assignment is not your assignment. I did not create you to follow someone else's journey. I created you to walk your own. And when you compare, you lose focus. You begin to rush when I am asking you to wait, or you begin to doubt when I am asking you to trust. Comparison will always steal your peace, so release it. You are not behind. You are being prepared in a way that is specific to you. There is no wasted season in your life. Even the moments you regret, even the decisions you wish you could change, even the times you felt like you failed, I have used all of it. Nothing is beyond my ability to restore. Nothing is beyond my ability to redeem. And nothing in your story disqualifies you from what is ahead. If anything, it qualifies you. Because it shaped your understanding, it deepened your compassion, it strengthened your endurance. You are not who you were before. You have grown, even if you don't always recognize it. And I want you to start seeing yourself differently now. Not through the lens of your past, not through the opinions of others, but through truth. You are capable. You are resilient. You are being guided. And you are not alone. There is something else I need you to understand. Fear has been speaking to you. quietly, subtly, convincing you to stay where you are because it feels safe, telling you not to take risks, not to step forward, not to believe too much, because you might be disappointed again. But fear does not protect your future. It limits it. It keeps you small. It keeps you from stepping into what I have prepared for you. And I am asking you now, do not let fear decide your direction. Let trust guide you. You do not need to have everything figured out. You only need to take the next step. One step. That is enough. And I will meet you there. Every time. If you are ready to move forward despite fear, type, I choose faith over fear right now. Because your words have power, and your decision matters. My child, I am not asking you to be perfect. I am not asking you to have no doubts. I am asking you to stay open, stay willing, stay connected to me. Because when you do, I will guide you in ways that are clear and steady. You will begin to notice things, small signs, new clarity, unexpected opportunities, peace in situations that once overwhelmed you. That is how you will know I am with you. Not always through loud moments, but through steady presence. Now listen carefully. Do not leave this message unfinished. Stay until the end, because what I will speak next will bring even more clarity into your life. It will help you understand what is coming and how to step into it with confidence. This is not just information. This is direction, and it is meant for you. So stay. Keep listening, keep receiving, and let these words settle into your heart. You are not here by accident. You are here because something is shifting, and I am guiding you through it. My child, come closer. Stay with me in this moment. Do not let your focus drift now, because what I am about to reveal will begin to answer questions you have carried for a long time. Questions you did not always speak out loud. Questions that sat quietly in your heart. Questions like, why has my journey been so different? Why have I faced things others don't seem to understand? Why do I feel so deeply even when I try not to? My child, listen carefully. You are not different by accident. You are different by design. I formed you with intention. Every part of who you are, your sensitivity, your thoughts, your awareness, even your struggles, was shaped for a purpose greater than you can currently see. You have often seen your depth as a burden. You have felt like you care too much, like you think too much, like you feel too much. And because of that, you tried to adjust yourself. You tried to fit into spaces that were never designed for you. You tried to silence parts of yourself just to feel accepted. But hear me clearly now. You were never meant to shrink. You were never meant to blend in. You were created to stand with purpose. And yes, that has made your journey feel heavier at times, because depth requires strength, awareness requires endurance, and purpose requires preparation. There were moments you wished your life was easier, moments you wished you could just move forward without obstacles, moments you questioned why things felt so intense. But what you did not see was this. I was building something inside you that ease could never produce. I was strengthening your spirit in ways comfort never could, because what you carry is not ordinary, and it cannot be built in ordinary ways. If this truth is reaching you right now, pause and say, I accept who I am becoming, because acceptance is the beginning of transformation. My child, I also want to speak to the times you felt alone, not physically alone, but emotionally, spiritually, internally. The kind of loneliness that comes even when people are around you, the kind that makes you feel misunderstood, like no one truly sees you, like no one fully understands your heart. I was there, closer than you realized. In those quiet moments, in those silent tears, in those deep thoughts you could not explain. You were not abandoned. You were being drawn closer to me. Because sometimes I allow distance from others, so you can discover closeness with me, not to isolate you, but to anchor you, so that your identity would not depend on people, so that your strength would not depend on approval, so that your peace would not depend on circumstances. You are being rooted, and roots grow in hidden places. They grow in silence. They grow in darkness, but they create strength that can withstand anything. And now, you are stronger than you were before, even if you don't fully feel it yet, even if you still have moments of doubt. Growth is not always loud. Sometimes it is quiet, steady, invisible to others, but powerful. You have come further than you think. You have overcome more than you give yourself credit for, and I want you to start recognizing that. Stop minimizing your progress. Stop overlooking your strength. Stop speaking to yourself as if you are still who you used to be. You are not. You are evolving. You are being shaped. You are stepping into a new version of yourself, and this version is aligned with what is ahead. Now listen closely, my child. There is something rising inside you. You have felt it, a shift, a desire for more, a sense that you cannot stay the same. That feeling is not confusion. That is calling. I am stirring something within you, a new level of awareness, a new level of courage, a new level of direction, and it may feel unfamiliar. It may even feel uncomfortable, because growth always stretches you before it settles you. But do not resist it. Lean into it. This is where change begins. You are not being pushed away from your life. You are being pulled into a greater version of it. If you are ready to embrace this shift, type, "I am ready for what's next." Because readiness opens doors. My child, I must also remind you of this. You do not need permission from the world to become who you are meant to be. You do not need validation from others to move forward. You do not need approval to step into your purpose. What I placed inside you is already enough. Stop waiting for someone else to confirm what I have already spoken over you. Stop delaying your growth because of doubt. Stop holding back because of fear. You are ready to take the next step, not the whole journey. Just the next step, and that is all I am asking of you. One step of trust, one decision of courage, one moment of obedience, and I will guide the rest. Do not try to control everything. Do not try to figure it all out at once. Walk with me, step by step, day by day, and I will reveal what you need when you need it. Now stay with me, my child. Do not leave yet, because what I am about to share next will help you understand what is coming into your life and how to prepare your heart for it. This is where clarity deepens. This is where direction becomes real. So stay, keep listening, keep receiving, because this message is still unfolding just for you. My child, stay right here with me. Do not rush this moment. Do not let your thoughts pull you away from what I am revealing to you now, because what I am about to speak will begin to bring clarity to something you have been feeling, but could not fully explain. There is a shift happening in your life. You have sensed it, not always clearly, not always confidently, but deeply. Something feels different. What once felt normal no longer feels right. What once satisfied you no longer fulfills you. What once held your attention now feels empty. And you have wondered, why am I feeling this way? Why can't I just go back to how things were? My child, listen carefully. You are not losing yourself. You are outgrowing what no longer aligns with you. This is not confusion. This is transformation, and transformation always feels unfamiliar before it feels right. You are stepping into a new season, and with every new season, there must be release. There must be change. There must be movement, even if it feels uncomfortable, even if it feels uncertain, even if it feels like you are leaving behind what once felt safe. Growth requires separation, not because everything you leave behind was bad, but because it no longer fits who you are becoming. There are mindsets you must release. There are habits you must outgrow. There are environments you must step away from. And yes, sometimes even people. Not out of anger, not out of pride, but out of alignment. Because where you are going cannot hold everything from where you have been. If this truth is reaching your heart right now, pause and say, I am ready to release what no longer serves me. Because release is not loss. Release is preparation. My child, I know this part is not easy. Letting go never feels comfortable, even when you know it is necessary, even when you feel the shift, because the familiar feels safe, even when it is limiting you. But I am calling you higher, not to make your life harder, but to make your life fuller, more aligned, more purposeful. You cannot step into new doors while holding on to old patterns. You cannot receive what is ahead while clinging to what is behind. Trust me in this process. I am not taking something from you without purpose. I am making space for something greater. Even if you cannot fully see it yet, even if you do not understand it completely, I see what is ahead, and I am guiding you toward it. Now listen closely. This shift is also happening within you, not just around you. Your thoughts are changing. Your awareness is deepening. Your desires are becoming clearer. You are starting to see things differently. And that can feel overwhelming at times, because growth brings awareness, and awareness brings responsibility. You can no longer ignore what you now understand. You can no longer pretend not to see what has been revealed to you, and that is why you feel this internal tension. Part of you wants to stay the same, but another part of you knows you cannot. That second part, that deeper knowing, that is where I am speaking to you. Follow that. Trust that. That is your direction. If you are beginning to recognize this shift, type, I trust this transformation. Because trust will carry you through what understanding cannot. My child, I also need you to hear this. Do not be afraid of becoming a new version of yourself. Do not fear the change. Do not resist the growth. You are not losing your identity. You are discovering it. You are becoming who you were always meant to be. And yes, that means things will feel different. Your priorities will change. Your focus will shift. Your tolerance for certain things will decrease. And that is okay. That is necessary, because elevation requires clarity. And clarity changes everything. You will begin to choose differently, think differently, respond differently, not because you are forcing it, but because you are evolving. Let that happen. Do not fight it. Do not question it. Do not shrink back into old versions of yourself just because they feel familiar. You have outgrown them. Now, my child, there is something else I must gently remind you of. This journey requires patience. Real change does not happen overnight. Alignment takes time. Growth takes consistency, and transformation happens layer by layer. So do not become frustrated if everything does not make sense immediately. Do not become discouraged if progress feels slow. You are still moving forward, even when it feels quiet, even when it feels uncertain. Every step matters. Every moment of awareness matters. Every decision to grow matters. You are building something real, something lasting, something meaningful. And I am with you in every part of it. You are not doing this alone. Now stay with me, because what I am about to speak next will help you understand how to walk through this new season with confidence. It will guide you in how to move forward without fear, and how to stay grounded even when things feel uncertain. Do not leave yet. This message is still unfolding, and it is still meant for you. My child, take a deep breath and stay with me. Let everything around you slow down for a moment, because what I am about to speak now is not just meant to comfort you, it is meant to guide you. You have felt the shift. You have sensed the change. You have recognized that something inside you is no longer the same. And now you are asking, what do I do next? How do I move forward? How do I walk through this new season without losing my way? My child, listen closely. You do not need to have everything figured out. You only need to stay connected to me. Direction is not found in rushing. It is found in listening. And I am already guiding you more than you realize. But you must learn to slow down enough to hear me clearly. Your life has been filled with noise, expectations, opinions, pressures, voices telling you who you should be how fast you should move, what success should look like. And in all that noise, you began to lose connection with your inner peace. You began to second-guess yourself. You began to overthink decisions that once felt simple. But I am calling you back now, back to clarity, back to stillness, back to trust, because clarity grows in quiet places, not in chaos, not in comparison, not in constant pressure. If you want to move forward with confidence, you must learn to be still, not inactive, not passive, but still within, grounded, aware, connected. This is where guidance becomes clear. If you feel ready to listen more deeply, say, I choose stillness and trust. Because your choice opens the way for my direction. My child, I will guide you, but not always in the ways you expect, not always with loud signs, not always with immediate answers. Sometimes I guide you through peace, a quiet knowing, a sense of rightness that settles in your spirit. Sometimes I guide you by removing things, closing doors you thought you needed, redirecting paths you thought were certain, not to confuse you, but to protect you. Because not everything that looks right is meant for you, and not every opportunity is aligned with your purpose. Trust what feels aligned. Trust what brings peace, not temporary excitement, but deep peace. That is how you will begin to recognize my direction. Now listen carefully. There will be moments when you feel uncertain, moments when the path is not fully clear, moments when you wish you had more answers, but you must not let uncertainty stop you. Uncertainty is not a sign to stop. It is a sign to trust deeper. You do not need the whole picture. You only need the next step. And I will always give you that. Step by step, moment by moment. That is how faith grows. That is how strength is built. If you're willing to move forward even without full clarity, type, I will take the next step. Because progress begins with movement. My child, I also want to remind you of something important. Your habits will shape your future. Not your intentions, not your wishes, but your daily choices. The small things you do consistently, those are what build your life. So, if you want to step into what I have prepared for you, you must begin to align your daily actions with your growth. Choose discipline over distraction. Choose purpose over comfort. Choose growth over ease. This does not mean you must be perfect. It means you must be intentional. Every day is an opportunity. Every decision matters, even the small ones, because small steps create big change over time. Do not underestimate the power of consistency. Now hear me clearly. You are capable of more than you have allowed yourself to believe. You have held back. You have doubted. You have hesitated. But that season is ending. This is your moment to step forward, not with fear, but with quiet confidence. Because you are not moving alone. I am with you, guiding you, strengthening you, walking beside you in every step you take. And even when you feel unsure, I am still there. Even when you make mistakes, I am still guiding you. Even when you feel weak, I am still holding you. You are not expected to be perfect. You are asked to be willing to grow, willing to trust, willing to move forward. That is enough. And I will do the rest. Now stay with me, my child, because what I am about to reveal next will show you how to protect your peace in this new season, how to guard your energy, how to stay focused even when distractions try to pull you away. This is important, because where you are going requires not just growth, but protection. Do not leave now. You have come this far. Stay until the end, because this message is building something inside you, and what comes next will strengthen you even more. If these words are speaking to your heart, take a moment now, like this message, so it can reach others who need it. Subscribe, so you stay connected to these words of guidance. Share this with someone who is searching for direction right now. And if you feel peace, clarity, or encouragement through this message, you can support this ministry through the link given below, helping this light reach even more lives. Now tell me, my child, are you ready to continue? Type, I am ready to grow and protect my peace. My child, remain here with me. Do not let your attention drift now, because what I am about to speak will protect something very important within you, your peace. Yes, your peace, the very thing you have been searching for. The very thing you have felt slipping away at times. The very thing that does not come from the world, but from within. You have entered a season where growth is happening, where awareness is increasing, where clarity is beginning to form. But with growth comes resistance. With clarity comes distraction. And with progress comes pressure. That is why you must learn now how to guard your peace, because not everything around you deserves access to your energy. Not every voice deserves your attention. Not every situation deserves your reaction. My child, you have been giving too much of yourself to things that drain you, to thoughts that exhaust you, to worries that do not deserve your focus, to people who do not understand your heart. And it has left you feeling tired, mentally, emotionally, even spiritually. But I am calling you into a new way of living now, a way where you do not react to everything, a way where you do not carry what is not yours, a way where you choose peace even when chaos surrounds you. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. If you are ready to protect your peace, say, I choose peace over pressure, because your choice sets the boundary. My child, protecting your peace means learning when to step back. Not every argument needs your voice. Not every situation needs your involvement. Not every opinion needs your response. You have been trying to explain yourself to people who are not ready to understand you. You have been trying to prove yourself where no proof is required, and in doing so, you have lost energy that should have been preserved. Let go of that. You do not need to be understood by everyone. You do not need to be accepted by everyone. You only need to stay aligned with me. That is where your peace lives. Now, listen carefully. There are also thoughts you must learn to release. Not every thought that enters your mind is truth. Some are rooted in fear. Some are shaped by past experiences. Some are echoes of doubt that you have carried for too long. Thoughts like, I am not enough. I am behind. I will fail. My efforts won't matter. Those thoughts are not from me. And you must stop giving them power. You must learn to observe them without believing them, to notice them without accepting them. Because what you repeatedly believe becomes your reality. So choose your thoughts wisely. Replace doubt with truth. Replace fear with trust. Replace negativity with clarity. This is how you begin to take control of your inner world. And when your inner world is strong, your outer world begins to shift. If you are ready to take control of your thoughts, type, my mind is aligned with peace, because alignment begins within. My child, I also need you to understand this. Your energy is valuable. Where you place your attention determines how you feel. If you constantly focus on problems, you will feel overwhelmed. If you constantly focus on fear, you will feel anxious. If you constantly focus on others, you will lose yourself. But when you focus on growth, when you focus on truth, when you focus on me, everything begins to change. Your perspective shifts, your strength increases, your peace returns. This is why you must be intentional with what you allow into your life. Be mindful of what you consume, what you watch, what you listen to, what you surround yourself with, because all of it shapes your mindset, and your mindset shapes your life. Choose what strengthens you. Choose what uplifts you. Choose what aligns with where you are going, not where you have been. Now hear me clearly. You are allowed to step away from negativity, from pressure, from anything that disturbs your peace. This is not selfish. This is necessary. Because you cannot grow in environments that constantly pull you down. You cannot move forward while being weighed down by what drains you. You must protect what I am building inside you, because it is valuable. because it matters, because it is leading you somewhere greater, and I will not allow it to be easily disrupted. If you choose to guard it, if you are ready to protect your energy, say, I guard what is growing inside me, because protection leads to growth. My child, there will still be challenges. There will still be moments that test you, moments where your patience is stretched, moments where your emotions rise, moments where it feels easier to react than to remain calm. But in those moments, pause, breathe, choose peace. Not because the situation deserves it, but because you deserve it. Because your growth deserves it. Because your future depends on it. Peace is not something you wait for. It is something you choose again and again, even when it is difficult, even when it requires restraint, even when it feels unnatural. With time, it will become your strength, and you will move through life differently, with clarity, with confidence, with calmness that others will not understand, but will notice. Now stay with me, my child. Do not leave yet, because what I will speak next will help you understand how to strengthen your confidence in this journey, how to stop doubting yourself, how to trust your path fully. This is where your identity becomes stronger. This is where your belief in yourself begins to rise. So stay. Keep listening. Keep receiving, because you are not the same person you were before this message. You are growing. You are awakening. You are stepping into something greater, and I am guiding you through every step of it. If this spoke to you, respond. Now, type. I protect my peace and my path. My child, stay with me. Let your heart remain open, because what I am about to speak now will begin to rebuild something inside you that has been shaken. Your confidence. Yes, your confidence. Not the kind that depends on others. Not the kind that comes and goes based on success or failure, but the kind that is rooted deeply within you. The kind that remains steady, even when life feels uncertain. You have doubted yourself more than you realize. You have questioned your decisions. You have second-guessed your abilities. You have held back, not because you lack strength, but because you stopped believing in it. And I understand why. You have faced disappointment. You have tried before, and things did not work out the way you expected. You have trusted and been let down. You have stepped forward and felt pushed back. And slowly, without even noticing, you began to shrink. Not physically, but internally. You started playing smaller, thinking smaller, expecting less from yourself, just to avoid being hurt again. But my child, listen to me carefully now. You were never created to live small. You were never meant to hide your potential. You were never meant to walk through life doubting the very strength I placed inside you. That doubt you feel, that hesitation, that voice that tells you you are not ready, that is not truth. That is fear, shaped by past experiences, and it is time to release it. If you are ready to let go of self-doubt, say, I release fear, and step into confidence. Because your words begin your transformation. My child, confidence is not something you wait to feel. It is something you build through action, through trust, through choosing to move forward, even when uncertainty is present. You think confidence comes first, but it does not. Confidence comes after you take the step, after you try, after you show up, after you keep going even when it feels uncomfortable. That is how confidence is built, not in comfort, but in courage. And I am calling you now to step into that courage. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to have everything figured out. You do not need to feel completely ready. You only need to begin. One step, one decision, one moment of belief. That is enough, and I will meet you there every time. Now listen closely. You have been waiting for a sign, a clear confirmation, something to tell you. This is the right time. My child, this is your sign. Right now, in this moment, you are ready. Not because everything is perfect, but because you have grown enough to take the next step, and growth does not wait for perfection. It moves with willingness. So stop waiting. Stop delaying. Stop telling yourself, I will start later. Later becomes never when fear is in control. But today, you have the opportunity to choose differently, to step forward, to trust yourself again, to believe again. And I am telling you now, you can do this. If you are ready to take that step, type, I am ready to move forward. Because movement creates momentum, my child. I also want you to understand this. Your past does not define your future. What did not work before does not mean it will not work now. What hurt you before does not mean it will happen again. What you experienced was part of your learning, not your limitation. You have gained wisdom. You have gained awareness. You have gained strength. You are not starting from the same place anymore. You are starting from experience. And that changes everything. So do not carry your past like a weight. Carry it like a lesson. Let it guide you, not stop you. Let it strengthen you, not limit you. Because you are not who you used to be. You are stronger, wiser, more aware, and more ready than you think. Now hear me clearly. There will still be moments of doubt. Moments where your mind tries to pull you back. Moments where fear tries to return. But in those moments, do not listen. Do not retreat. Do not shrink. Stand firm. Remind yourself of this truth. I am capable. I am guided. I am not alone. Because you are not. I am with you in every decision, in every step, in every moment where you feel unsure. I am there, guiding you, strengthening you, supporting you, and I will not let you fall. Even if you stumble, I will lift you. Even if you feel weak, I will strengthen you. Even if you feel lost, I will guide you back. You are supported more than you realize. Now stay with me, my child, because what I am about to speak next will help you understand how to stay consistent in this journey, how to keep going even when motivation fades, how to build discipline that carries you forward. This is important because confidence starts the journey, but consistency sustains it. So, do not leave now. You have come too far. Stay until the end, because this message is building something powerful inside you. And what comes next will help you walk your path with strength and stability. My child, remain here with me. Do not let your focus drift now, because what I am about to speak will anchor you in a way that keeps you moving forward, even on the days you do not feel strong. You have begun to understand who you are becoming. You have started to feel the shift. You have taken steps, even if they were small. And now, you stand in a place where many stop, not because they are incapable, but because they lack consistency. My child, listen carefully. Starting is powerful, but continuing is what changes your life. There will be days when you feel motivated, days when everything feels clear, days when your energy is strong and your confidence is high. But there will also be days when you feel tired, when your mind feels heavy, when doubt quietly returns, when progress feels slow or invisible. And in those moments, many people stop. They pause their growth. They fall back into old patterns. They lose momentum. Not because they are weak, but because they depended on feelings instead of commitment. And I am teaching you something deeper now. Do not rely on motivation. Build discipline, because motivation comes and goes. But discipline stays. Discipline carries you forward when your emotions cannot. Discipline keeps you aligned when distractions try to pull you away. Discipline is what turns your intention into reality. If you are ready to build discipline, say, I stay consistent even when it's hard. Because consistency is your strength. My child, I know you have struggled with this before. You started something, but did not finish. You felt inspired, but lost momentum. You made plans, but did not follow through. And each time that happened, your confidence weakened a little more. You began to question yourself. You began to think, maybe I cannot stay consistent. But that is not true. You are not lacking ability, you are lacking structure. You are lacking patience with yourself. You expected instant results in a process that requires time. But now you understand differently. Growth is not fast. Change is not instant. Progress is built slowly, through repeated action, through showing up again, and again, and again, and again. Even when it feels small, even when it feels unnoticed. Every step matters, every effort counts, even when you cannot see the result immediately, because what you are building is not temporary, it is lasting. And lasting things take time. Now listen closely. You must stop measuring your progress by how you feel. Measure it by what you do. Did you show up today? Did you take a step forward? Did you choose growth, even in a small way? That is progress. Do not overlook it. Do not dismiss it. Because small actions, repeated daily, create powerful transformation. If you begin to understand this, type "I commit" to small steps every day. Because commitment builds momentum. My child, I also want you to release this idea that everything must be perfect. Perfection has been holding you back. You wait for the perfect time, the perfect mood, the perfect conditions. But perfection does not exist. And waiting for it delays your progress. Start where you are, with what you have, as you are. That is enough. You will improve along the way. You will learn as you go. You will grow through the process. But you must begin and continue. Do not stop because it is not perfect. Do not quit because it is not easy. Keep going. That is where your strength is built. Now hear me clearly. Consistency is not about doing everything at once. It is about doing what matters regularly. Focus on what truly moves you forward, not distractions, not temporary pleasures, not things that take your time but give you nothing in return. Be intentional. Choose wisely, because your time is valuable, and how you use it shapes your future. My child, there will be moments when you feel like giving up. Moments when it feels like nothing is changing. Moments when you question if your efforts are worth it. In those moments, remember why you started. Remember what you felt when this message reached you. Remember the shift inside you. And keep going. Even if it is slow, even if it is difficult, even if no one sees it, because I see it. And it matters. Your effort matters. Your consistency matters. Your journey matters. You are building something real. And I am with you in every step. Now stay with me, because what I am about to speak next will help you understand how to overcome distractions that try to pull you away from your path. How to stay focused. How to stay aligned. How to protect your progress. This is important, because discipline builds your path, but focus keeps you on it. Do not leave now. You are moving forward. You are growing stronger. And what comes next will help you stay steady in your journey. If you are committed to your growth, respond now. Type, "I stay consistent and I keep moving forward." My child, stay with me. You have come this far, and I do not want you to lose what is now beginning to build inside you. Because what I am about to speak now will protect your progress in a different way. Not from within, but from what surrounds you. Distractions. Yes, distractions. They are subtle, they are constant, and they are one of the biggest reasons people lose their path. Not because they are weak, but because they are pulled in too many directions. You have felt this before. You stop moving forward, you feel focused, you begin to grow, and then something shifts. Your attention drifts. Your priorities blur. Your time gets consumed by things that do not truly matter. And slowly, without even realizing it, you lose momentum. My child, listen carefully. Not everything that takes your attention deserves it. Not everything that feels urgent is important. And not everything that is available to you is aligned with you. You must learn now to protect your focus. Because where your attention goes, your life follows. If your attention is scattered, your progress will be scattered. If your attention is clear, your path will become clear. If you are ready to protect your focus, say, I choose focus over distraction, because your focus determines your future. My child, distractions do not always look harmful. Sometimes they look harmless. Comfort, entertainment, endless scrolling, unnecessary conversations, overthinking things that do not require your energy. All of these seem small, but over time, they take from you more than you realize. They take your time, your energy, your clarity, and most importantly, your direction. And that is why you must become aware. Not everything needs your time. Not everything needs your response. Not everything deserves your attention. You must begin to ask yourself, is this helping me grow? Is this aligned with where I am going? Or is this pulling me away from my path? That awareness will change everything. Because once you see clearly, you can choose wisely. If you are ready to choose wisely, type, I focus on what truly matters. Because clarity creates discipline. My child, I also want you to understand this. Your environment matters. What you surround yourself with shapes your thinking, shapes your habits, shapes your direction. If you surround yourself with distraction, you will struggle to stay focused. If you surround yourself with negativity, you will struggle to stay positive. If you surround yourself with confusion, you will struggle to stay clear. So choose your environment carefully. Choose what supports your growth. Choose what strengthens your mindset. Choose what aligns with your purpose. This does not mean you must isolate yourself. It means you must be intentional. You must protect what is being built inside you, because it is valuable, and not everything around you will understand it. Now listen closely. There will be moments when distractions feel stronger than your discipline, moments when it feels easier to give in, to delay, to avoid, to escape. And in those moments, pause, breathe, and remind yourself, this is not where I am going. Because you are no longer the same. You are growing. You are becoming aware. You are stepping into something greater. And that requires different choices, better choices, stronger choices, choices that align with your future, not your comfort. If you are ready to make those choices, say, I choose growth over comfort, because growth requires intention. My child, I also need you to hear this. You will not always feel like doing what is right. You will not always feel motivated. You will not always feel focused. But your feelings do not have to control your actions. You can choose differently, even when it is difficult, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it requires effort. That is where your strength is built, not in ease, but in discipline. And every time you choose focus over distraction, you strengthen that discipline. You build that habit. You move forward, step by step, moment by moment, and over time, it becomes easier. It becomes natural. It becomes who you are. Now hear me clearly. You are not here to waste your time. You are not here to drift through life without direction. You are here for a reason, a purpose, a path that is meant for you, and distractions will try to pull you away from it. But you do not have to follow them. You have the awareness now. You have the choice, and you have my guidance. Use it, trust it, follow it, because you are capable of more than distraction. You are meant for focus, for clarity, for purpose. Now stay with me, my child. Do not leave yet, because what I am about to speak next will help you understand how to handle challenges when they come, because they will come. But you will not face them the same way anymore. You will face them with strength, with awareness, with confidence. So stay, keep listening, keep growing, because you are moving forward. And nothing will stop you when you remain aligned. If you are ready to stay focused on your path, respond now. Type, I stay focused and aligned with my purpose. My child, stay with me. You have walked through awareness. You have begun to protect your peace. You are learning discipline. You are choosing focus. And now I must prepare you for something that every path includes. Challenges. Yes, challenges will come. Not because you are doing something wrong, not because you are being punished, but because growth is tested before it is strengthened. You have faced challenges before, and many of them made you question yourself, made you feel tired, made you wonder if things would ever get easier. But now, you will face them differently, because you are not the same person anymore. You are more aware, more grounded, more prepared. My child, listen carefully. Challenges are not here to break you. They are here to reveal you, to show you your strength, to deepen your understanding, to build your resilience. But only if you choose to see them that way, because the same challenge can either stop you or shape you. The difference is your perspective. If you are ready to face challenges with strength, say, I grow through every challenge, because growth changes everything. My child, when challenges appear, your first instinct may be to resist, to ask, why is this happening to me? To feel frustrated, to feel overwhelmed. That is natural. But do not stay there. Shift your question. Instead of asking, why is this happening? Ask, what is this teaching me? What is this building inside me? How can I grow through this? That shift will change your experience. Because now you are not a victim of the situation. You are a learner within it. And learning leads to strength. Now listen closely. Not every challenge is meant to be fought. Some are meant to be understood. Some are meant to be accepted. Some are meant to redirect you. You have tried to control everything, fix everything, force outcomes that were not aligned, and it exhausted you. But I am teaching you now discernment, knowing when to act and when to trust, knowing when to move forward and when to step back, knowing when to hold on and when to let go. This is wisdom, and it will guide you through every challenge you face. If you are ready to walk with wisdom, type, I respond with wisdom, not fear, because wisdom brings peace. My child, I also need you to understand this. You are stronger than you think. Not because life has been easy, but because you have endured. You have faced things that should have broken you, moments that tested your patience, situations that stretched your strength, and yet you are still here, still moving, still growing. That is not weakness, that is strength, real strength, the kind that does not always look powerful, but is unshakable. And now, you will begin to see it in yourself. You will begin to trust it. You will begin to rely on it, because it is already within you. Now hear me clearly. When challenges come, do not isolate yourself in your thoughts. Do not let your mind create fear. Do not assume the worst. Pause. Breathe. Return to truth. You are guided. You are supported. You are not alone. Even in difficult moments, I am with you, and I will show you the way forward, step by step. You do not need to solve everything at once. You only need to stay steady, stay grounded, stay connected. That is how you move through challenges without losing yourself. My child, there will also be moments when things do not go as planned, moments when expectations are not met, moments when outcomes are different than what you hoped for. Do not let those moments discourage you. Sometimes what does not work out is protection. Sometimes what feels like a setback is redirection. Sometimes what you lose is making space for something better. Trust that, even when it is difficult, even when it does not make immediate sense, because I see the full picture, even when you only see a part of it. If you are ready to trust beyond what you see, say, I trust, even when I don't understand, because trust creates peace and uncertainty. My child, you are not here to avoid challenges. You are here to rise through them, to grow beyond them, to become stronger because of them. And you will. because you are no longer walking blindly. You are walking with awareness, with intention, with guidance, and that changes everything. Now stay with me. Do not leave yet, because what I am about to speak next will help you understand how to recognize opportunities when they come into your life. Because just as challenges appear, so do opportunities. And you must be ready to see them, to receive them, to step into them. This is where your path begins to open. This is where things begin to align. So stay. Keep listening. Keep growing, because you are closer than you think. And what is coming next will begin to reveal that to you. If these words have strengthened you, take a moment now, like this message, so it can reach others who need it. Subscribe so you continue receiving guidance. Share this with someone who is facing challenges right now. And if you feel encouraged and supported through these words, you can support this ministry through the link given below, helping this message continue to reach those who need it most. Now, respond with faith. Type, I rise stronger through every challenge. My child, stay with me. Do not lose your focus now, because what I am about to reveal will open your eyes to something that has been around you, but not always recognized by you. Yes, opportunities. They do not always arrive loudly. They do not always look perfect. They do not always come in the form you expect. And that is why many miss them, not because they are unworthy, but because they are unaware. My child, listen carefully. Opportunities often come disguised as small beginnings, as simple ideas, as quiet nudges, as moments that seem ordinary, but carry something more. You have experienced this before, a thought that stayed with you, a chance you almost took, but hesitated, a direction you felt drawn toward, but ignored. Those were not random, those were invitations. And now I am teaching you how to recognize them, because you are ready. If you are ready to recognize what is meant for you, say, I am open to divine opportunities. Because openness allows you to receive. My child, opportunities will not always feel comfortable. In fact, many of them will stretch you. They will ask you to step beyond what feels familiar, beyond what feels safe, beyond what you are used to. And that is where you hesitate, because your mind seeks comfort, but your growth requires expansion. You must understand this clearly. What feels unfamiliar is not always raw. Sometimes it is exactly where you are meant to go. You have been waiting for certainty, for a guarantee, for complete clarity before taking action. But opportunities do not wait for perfect confidence. They respond to willingness, to courage, to trust. And I am asking you now, will you be willing? Even if you do not have all the answers, even if the path is not fully clear, even if it feels uncertain, because that is where your next step begins. If you are willing to step into the unknown, type, I say yes to new opportunities. Because your yes opens doors. My child, I also want you to understand this. Not every opportunity is meant for you. And this is where wisdom becomes important. You must learn to discern, to feel what aligns and what does not, to recognize what brings peace and what creates confusion. Because alignment is not about doing everything. It is about doing what is right for you. You may be presented with many options, many paths, many directions, but not all of them belong to your journey. So do not rush. Do not feel pressured. Do not choose out of fear of missing out. Choose with clarity. Choose with intention. Choose what resonates deeply within you, because what is meant for you will align with who you are becoming. If you are ready to choose wisely, say, I follow what aligns with my purpose, because alignment leads to fulfillment. Now listen closely. Opportunities also require action. You cannot only think about them. You cannot only feel inspired by them. You must act. Even if the action is small, even if it feels uncertain, even if it is not perfect, action is what transforms possibility into reality. And I am calling you now to move, to step forward, to respond when you feel that inner nudge, because hesitation has held you back long enough. You have waited, you have delayed, you have doubted, but now you are ready, not because fear is gone, but because you are stronger than it. My child, there will be moments when you question your decision, moments when doubt tries to return, moments when you wonder if you chose correctly. In those moments, do not retreat. Do not panic. Stay steady. Every path teaches you something. Every step brings growth. Even if the outcome is not what you expected, the experience will shape you, guide you, prepare you. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is meaningless. Everything contributes to your journey. If you trust the process, if you stay open, if you keep moving. Now hear me clearly. You are entering a season of movement, a season where things will begin to shift, where new possibilities will appear, where doors will begin to open, but you must be ready to see them, ready to receive them, ready to step into them, because opportunities do not wait forever. They come and they pass, and those who are prepared are the ones who walk through them. So prepare your mind, prepare your heart, prepare your actions, because what is ahead requires readiness. Now stay with me, my child. Do not leave yet, because what I am about to speak next will help you understand how to trust yourself fully in these moments, how to stop doubting your choices, how to move forward with inner certainty. This is where your confidence deepens. This is where your trust becomes stronger. So stay, keep listening, keep growing, because you are stepping into something new, and I am guiding you through it. My child, come closer again. Do not lose your connection now, because what I am about to speak will strengthen something that has been fragile within you for a long time. Your trust in yourself. Yes, not just trust in me, but trust in you, because I created you with awareness, with intuition, with the ability to sense what is right and what is not. But somewhere along your journey, you stopped trusting that voice. You began to question it, doubt it, ignore it, and instead you started looking outside yourself for answers, for validation, for confirmation. You waited for others to tell you what to do. You hesitated because you feared making the wrong choice. You second-guessed decisions, even when you felt something clearly inside. But my child, listen carefully now. That inner voice, that quiet knowing, that feeling you cannot always explain, that is not confusion. And I placed it within you for a reason. If you are ready to trust yourself again, say, I trust the wisdom within me. Because trust begins from within. My child, you have been right more times than you realize. You felt when something was not aligned, and later it proved true. You sensed when a situation was not right, and eventually you understood why. You had clarity, but you doubted it, and doubt led you away from your own truth. But now you are returning to awareness, returning to connection, returning to trust, and this will change everything. Because when you trust yourself, you stop hesitating, you stop overthinking, you stop seeking constant approval. You begin to move with confidence, with clarity, with inner peace. Now listen closely. Trusting yourself does not mean you will never make mistakes. It means you will not fear them. Because you understand, every decision teaches you something. Every experience grows you. Every step moves you forward, even when it is not perfect. So release the fear of getting it wrong. There is no such thing as a wasted step. There is only learning, and learning is growth. If you are ready to release the fear of mistakes, type I, grow through every decision. Because growth removes fear. My child, I also want you to understand this. Overthinking has been blocking your clarity. You think too much. Because you are trying to control outcomes. You are trying to predict everything, avoid every possible mistake, ensure everything goes perfectly. But that is not how life works, and that is not how growth happens. Clarity does not come from overthinking. It comes from stillness, from trust, from action. You will never think your way into certainty. But you can move your way into clarity, because clarity comes as you take steps, as you experience, as you engage with your path. So stop waiting for complete certainty. Start moving with partial clarity. That is enough, and I will guide the rest. Now hear me clearly. There is a difference between fear and intuition. Fear feels heavy, loud, overwhelming. It creates confusion. It pushes you to avoid. Intuition feels calm, quiet, steady, even when it leads you into something unfamiliar. Learn to recognize that difference, because fear will hold you back, but intuition will move you forward. If you are ready to follow your inner guidance, say, I follow what feels true within me, because truth brings direction. My child, I know there were times when you made decisions that did not work out, and those moments made you doubt yourself, made you think, maybe I cannot trust my choices. But those moments were not failures. They were lessons. They showed you what does not align. They gave you clarity through experience. And now you are wiser, more aware, more capable of choosing differently. So do not carry those experiences as regret. Carry them as understanding, because they are part of your growth. Now listen closely. You are entering a phase where decisions will matter, where opportunities will appear, where paths will open. And in those moments, you must trust yourself, not blindly, but consciously, with awareness, with connection, with presence. You will feel what is right. You will sense what aligns, and you must act on it, without hesitation, without fear, without waiting for external approval. Because you already have what you need within you. My child, I am not separate from you. My guidance flows through you, through your awareness, through your intuition, through your inner knowing. So when you trust yourself, you are also trusting me. And that is the connection I want you to strengthen. Now stay with me. Do not leave yet, because what I am about to speak next will help you understand how to let go of what is still holding you back. The final weights, the hidden attachments, the things you have carried longer than you needed to. This is where true freedom begins. This is where you move lighter, clearer, stronger. So stay. Keep listening. Keep opening your heart, because you are stepping into alignment, and I am guiding you into it. My child, stay with me. Let your heart remain open, because what I am about to speak now will begin to free you from weights you have been carrying for far too long. Weights you may not even realize are still holding you back. Quietly, slowly, but deeply. You have come far. You have grown. You have become more aware. But there are still things within you. Attachments, old thoughts, lingering emotions that are keeping you from fully stepping into what is ahead. And now it is time to release them. Not later, not someday. Now. My child, listen carefully. You cannot move forward while holding on to everything from your past. You cannot step into something new while clinging to what no longer aligns. You cannot feel light while carrying unnecessary weight. And yet, you have been holding on to old pain, to past disappointments, to memories that still affect how you see yourself, to guilt, to regret, to things you wish had been different. And I understand why, because letting go is not easy. Even when what you are holding on to hurts, even when it no longer serves you, familiar pain can feel safer than unknown peace. But my child, you are ready now. If you are ready to release what no longer serves you, say, I let go and move forward, because release creates space. My child, I want you to understand this deeply. Letting go does not mean forgetting. It does not mean pretending something did not happen. It does not mean your experiences did not matter. It means you are choosing not to let them control you anymore. It means you are choosing freedom. It means you are choosing growth over attachment. You can honor your past without living in it. You can learn from your experiences without carrying their weight. You can remember without being defined by it. And that is what I am guiding you toward now. Freedom. Now listen closely. There are people you need to release, not necessarily from your life completely, but from your emotional hold. You have been carrying their actions, their words, their expectations, their opinions, and it has affected how you see yourself, how you move, how you decide. But my child, their view of you is not your truth. Their actions are not your identity. Their limitations are not your boundaries. You must release that. You must return to yourself, to your truth, to your path. If you are ready to reclaim your power, type, I release what does not define me, because your identity belongs to you. My child, there are also thoughts you must release. Old beliefs that no longer align with who you are becoming. Beliefs like, I am not good enough. I always fall behind. I cannot succeed. I am not capable. These thoughts were built over time, through experiences, through conditioning, through moments that shaped your perception. But they are not truth, and they are not permanent. You have the power to change them, to replace them, to rewrite the way you see yourself. And it begins now, with awareness, with intention, with choice. Choose thoughts that strengthen you. Choose beliefs that align with your growth. Choose truth over limitation. Because what you believe shapes your reality. Now hear me clearly. There is also something deeper you must release. Control. Yes, control. You have tried to control outcomes, to predict results, to make everything certain, because uncertainty made you uncomfortable, because you wanted to avoid disappointment. But control has been exhausting you. It has been limiting your flow. It has been creating pressure where trust should exist. My child, you do not need to control everything. You only need to trust the process, to trust your steps, to trust that you are being guided, because you are. And when you release control, you create space for alignment, for ease, for clarity. If you are ready to release control, say, I trust the process and let go, because trust creates peace. My child, letting go is not a single moment. It is a practice, a choice you make again and again. Each time you feel yourself holding on to something, pause, notice it, and choose to release it. Gently, without force, without judgment, just awareness, just intention, just trust. And over time, you will feel lighter, clearer, freer, because you are no longer carrying what is not yours to hold. Now listen closely. You are not losing anything by letting go. You are gaining space. Space for peace. Space for growth. Space for what is meant to come into your life. Because new things cannot fully enter when old things are still occupying your heart. So make space. Trust the process. Allow yourself to release. Because what is ahead requires a lighter version of you, a freer version of you, a version of you that is not tied to the past, but aligned with the future. Now stay with me, my child. Do not leave yet, because what I am about to speak next will help you understand how to step fully into your purpose, how to move with clarity, how to live with intention. This is where everything begins to come together. This is where your path becomes clear. So stay, keep listening, keep opening your heart,